I moved to Easthampton a couple of years ago, and one of the reasons I moved here is I came over here for the road race, and I was just really impressed with the downtown, with the Bear Fest, with the whole revitalization going on in Easthampton.
Yeah, I've lived here all my life, and I remember a downtown Easthampton that was vibrant, that had shoppers, that had stores of all kinds of varieties. And that's one of the reasons that we've embraced the arts so much here in Easthampton. We had, as you know, the Art Walk has been a great success. We've carried on from that.
That looks really cool. You want to take that? My name is Erica Ann Flood, and I'm with Youth Action Coalition, and I'm here for this E-Town Rising Voices of Youth, which was our quick 6-week pilot program here in Easthampton. And so this is the culmination, the celebration of all this fabulous work that the youth created.
And we had the Bear Fest here in 2009, and we're going to have it again in 2012, and it's created a destination for our Easthampton and our downtown. So the arts community has played a major role in revitalization and has helped to provide the traffic that we need in order to support the kind of downtown that we'd like to see in the future. One of the ideas about revitalizing downtown that we've just recently sought a grant for is the boardwalk or promenade along Nashawanek Pond. The idea is to make Easthampton a destination so that we can attract customers, attract people to our downtown so that they can take advantage of the pond and of the beautiful scenery and a 140-acre park along its western shores, and they'll stop for lunch or they'll stop for gas. They'll stop and shop at our stores, and we'll have the kind of a vibrant downtown that we're looking for. That'll have permanent art displays, that'll mix arts and regular industries, and all of this small business expansion will be wonderful for the community, and it'll help all the businesses grow, and it'll make Easthampton a more vital community and an attraction here in the entire valley. The boardwalk actually came up in a conversation with a local resident about 15 years ago, and the idea that water is an attraction to people, and if you have this pond downtown, but it's not really easy to get around. It's got an iron fence, there's weeds, it's tough. Even if you want to go fishing, you got to kind of get in there and work against the weeds that grow up along the shore. And wouldn't it be attractive to be able to have something like Providence with the firewalk? And so we started talking about that and thinking about ideas and looking at our opportunities, and this concept of a boardwalk came forward as a place that we might be able to attract people. It's near the city's municipal building, so there's ample public parking, especially on the weekends. We thought that we could provide wireless service so that whoever wanted to be there might be able to stay in touch and still be with nature. And the Park and Rec Department is very interested in having boating available on the pond. And so we'd have a grand promenade that would be all along Williston Avenue and Cottage Street where Nashawanek Pond abuts the shore. That would create a walking park that would allow for art displays and that would provide people with floating docks so they could launch their boats or they could take advantage of the recreation department's boating program.
Yeah,
And we could blast Wi-Fi off the building.
Yeah.
So that if you're down here, you could get free access to
Outdoor
the internet.
cafe, yeah.
You could have street vendors. You could have people in carts selling hot dogs or bagels or whatever. It would be huge, and I think it really would be a game changer for downtown.
I was talking to a couple of the business owners on Cottage Street, and they're very excited about this boardwalk project. They see how it's going to work for them and how it would improve the entire downtown atmosphere. So I think there's a lot of support for this project in town.
It would also open up a wonderful jewel in the community that so few people realize is here. You can only see about a third of Nashawanek Pond from downtown, and not even the prettiest third. And so if we were able to bring people into the community and get them out on the water, they would really see the jewel in Easthampton that is our recreational opportunities. We have a wonderful bike path here. We have a 140-acre park. We have a band shell. We have arts almost nonstop every week. It's just a great place to come, and I'm enthusiastic about Easthampton and enthusiastic about the downtown, and I don't think there's a better place in the valley.
So was this all related to the dredging project that was done on the pond last year?
Well, it's all a part of what is a long-range plan for the pond and for making Easthampton an attraction. So in order to be able to utilize the pond, we needed to do what we could to make it more inviting. And as you're probably aware, there was a very, very difficult weed problem that we were encountering, primarily because of how shallow the pond was. So part of the original study that we did in the late 1980s identified about 9 things that needed to be done, the dredging being the last one, in order to make the pond, in order to extend the life of the pond. This is a man-made pond. It was created by the industries that established themselves here in Easthampton, and it will naturally fill in because nature wants to return it to Broad Brook. So we went for the permits for the dredging, did the maximum job that we could. We were limited by the federal and state governments to a 10-acre dredge on a 30-acre pond. So we essentially did a core dredge to create better habitat for the freshwater species, especially the cold water species, the trout that are here in the pond. And that's opened up a great channel for boating and a great channel for people to be able to use the pond year-round. Normally this time of year you'd see milfoil floating, you'd see weeds floating all over the pond downtown. Now you still see it along the shoreline where we didn't do the dredging, and that's protected a habitat. But it's also allowed us to open up the pond so that anything we do from here on out will be done on an attractive body of water, a place that people want to come.